Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Cletus Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show.
As you tune in, welcome to another edition of See You in the Morning with your host, of course, Cletus Cassidy. That's me. Just a general reminder on the front of the screen, this Sunday, March the 3rd, I am at the DC Comedy Loft. The DC Comedy Loft right there in it's not the state of DC. It's not quite Virginia. It's not quite Maryland. It's the DMV. It's the only DMV that we respect. The Department of Motor Vehicles has lost our respect. Lost it a long time ago. But the DMV, we rock with. Now, this is new. This is new. The immediate freeze up is new. We never done an immediate freeze, but we immediately are frozen. So let me get my life together with that and help y'all as far as that's concerned. But welcome to a new edition of See You in the Morning. If you could see me, you would know that I am your host, Cletus Cassidy. You just can't. You cannot. IT be ITing. IT be trying their best. They'll be like, we'll get fired early today. We ain't even gonna wait till later. We're gonna go ahead and get fired right now. Right now is when we're gonna get fired. They're like, we're not waiting. We coming in early. We coming in hot with the getting fired this morning. But welcome to See You in the Morning. What it is my horrible idea to get up in the morning and give you too much of my own personal business. I just come in and just be like, hey, this is me. Accept me for who I am. And so this morning, who I am is just a flyer. That's who I am this morning. This morning, I'm a flyer. I ain't even giving y'all a whole lot of me. I'm giving y'all straight flyer action, but it's going to get better. Trust me and believe me. If this is your first time hearing this, you're about to experience something so cold. If you watched the show before and you found it not robbery to come in and watch me today, I appreciate you. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me. I definitely appreciate that. Now, I switched. I made the switch. But I still ain't getting picked up. Y'all still can't see me. That's crazy how this working today. Hold on real quick. We're gonna try to figure out why we having all kinds of issues this morning. This morning is the morning. Oh no, y'all can't see me. I just couldn't see me. I was live and in person too. I was in your face like bam, like bim. Good morning though. Welcome to another one. It's Friday. Now the only thing that I know about this show is that first of all, y'all don't expect me to be on time. I was on time this morning and won't nobody here. Now when I come in late, now look at the late time. Everybody's arriving when it's late. But when I was here on time, won't nobody here. So I realized y'all don't want me to be on time. It's a tool of the devil. Y'all don't want me to be on time. So you can have a couple of pieces of bacon if you want. I don't know how crisp it got because I'm in here. But y'all don't expect me to be on time. But when I am on time, listen, y'all ain't even here. But today's gonna be a fantastic day either way. Today's show is Friday. Now, the only thing about this show that happens regularly, the only regular thing that happens on this show is that I come in and I speak to the people that speak to me. If I ain't sleep with you, I'm gonna speak with you. So the first 3 people that came in, I'm gonna speak to, and they get the mythical medals, something that they can walk off with. The mythical medals, and the 4th person gets the aluminum medal, which is not even a normal metal. It's not a normal metal. The medals are made out of metal. Did you know that? Metals are made out of metal. D is made out of T. Metals with a D They're made out of metal with a T.
Wow.
Look at that. Wow. Anyway, the mythical medals for the first three people that speak. So winning the bronze this morning is Crystal Sex Appeal. Good morning. Then winning the silver this morning, IDA. And it's Ida Seaborn. Good morning. Winning the gold, of course, is Courtney Weston and Murphy, the Pride of North Carolina. So the Pride of North Carolina, Courtney Weston and Murphy with the gold, Ida with the silver, and Crystal with the bronze. And winning the aluminum today is Franita Wallace Doe. Also here is Eminem, Emmy Time, Emmy Place, Miss Michelle McKinney. The Pope is back. I hadn't seen the Pope in a while. Pope Calvin J. Hill. Hope everything's been doing well with you. Joy is the dark of the berry in the building, even though he's light. Good morning, Lynette, light skin out there. Happy Friday. Good morning, Lisa. We're the light skin roll this morning. Lisa. Denzel said, I'll donate to the IT department at this point. You can do that by sending the Cash App Cletus Comedy, CLETUS Comedy. You can do that anytime. Shannon is in the building. Melissa, Kuther like Luther is in the building. Marche is in the building. George say, unplug it and plug it back in. Y'all are hilarious. Wilberta's in the building. My girl Mo Crute. Y'all may know her as Mo Holloman, but that Holloman is gone. Them days is done. She's a Crute now. And if she marries him again, she'll be a recruit. But she is here. Monica Crute. And we're going to discuss some of Monica's wedding. I never did a recap of Monica's wedding because she won't hear to hear it. But I'm going to give a recap of Monica's wedding. It was great. Jackie, good morning. Ursula is in the building. Tony, you was in the building. Dennis, Big D in the building. Big Ron in the building. Christina, Crystal Waters. Good. What's up, Snoop? Deborah's in the building. Delisa, Steve. Everybody's in the building. Kimberly Tucker is in the building. Mo say I got my own recap. Add me in. Now, if I add you in, Monica, for your recap, you're gonna have to recap because we've never had a wedding recap before. I don't mind bringing you in. I really don't. If you want to recap your wedding, I don't have a problem with recapping. Listen, you've been busting caps all your life, man. A recap ain't gonna hurt you none. A recap ain't gonna hurt you. Let me see if I can. I'm gonna pull you up now. I'm telling you now, Monica. If I bring you in here, don't be all shy. But today is Friday. It's a happy day for me. It's gonna be an abbreviated show today because I got places to go and things to do. I gotta read to a group of kids today. I've never been afraid to read to a group of kids until today. Because normally you read the little kids. Normally you read the small children, kindergartners. Usually you read to kids whose level you're above. I gotta read the sixth graders. Here's my thing. And while I'm all in for reading across America, while I'm all in for what they're doing, I remember being in the sixth grade and I didn't want anybody to come in and read to me. That wasn't one of the things that I was there for. What's going on, Mika? I never want anybody to read to me, but they said that they want these kids read to, so I'm gonna read to these kids. I didn't know what to read to them, so I think I'm about to read them a graphic novel, maybe something about the streets, as John Boy reached back. And I don't know what to read. It was just another ordinary day in the neighborhood as Ricky, who was on his way to USC on a scholarship, just went to his house, went to the corner store to buy some milk, a lottery ticket, and some ho-hos. And as he began to walk the streets, an ominous air filled his lungs. As he looked behind him, he noticed a cherry red Cadillac 6'4" convertible. And inside of it were three nefarious gentlemen that he had had a run-in with earlier. Upon noticing him, he quickly became alarmed and his senses went off. He began to run. And as he began to run, one of the gentlemen in the ominous vehicle reached into his car and pulled out a sterling semi-automatic weapon. He began to shoot. Pow, 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 went the gun. On the other side of town, the only son of one Furious Styles heard the gunshots, and knowing that he had just left his friend Rick, he looked back. And when he looked back, he saw what his eyes never wanted to see. He yelled from deep, a bellowing yell, "Ricky!" But alas, it was too late. Ricky had been shot in the back. Down went Ricky. And as his friends arrived to him, his brother, known only as Doughboy, reached out to him and grabbed him. And noticing his brother had been shot, he immediately foregoes calling 911 or even driving him to a local hospital. He took him to the house and threw him on the couch. Who does that? Why did they not have the proper training to know your brother has just been shot multiple times? You don't take him back to the house and put him on the couch. You got to take him to the hospital. What was your mama gonna do? It showed that even in a time like that, as big as a thug as Ice Cube was supposed to be, the killer that Doughboy was, Doughboy didn't even have the common sense to know 911 training. I know he didn't know stop, drop, and roll. If you didn't know not to take the boy to the hospital, you took him back to the house? What was his mama gonna do? If you saw the mama in Boys in the Hood, there was nothing about her that led you to believe that she had any type of medical training, that she knew how to handle a problem. What y'all doing with all that noise in there? Y'all stop making all that noise. What did you do? What did you do? What do you mean? What did I? He been shot, mama. Yeah, but why did you bring him to the house? Clearly, she had no idea what to do. So they probably had to pass a hospital, at least a patient first. They had to at least pass the patient first. Y'all saw right by there. Took her right to the house. Crazy. Let this be a lesson. You got to train your kids on this stuff. Even if you don't ever plan and being in a drive-by, you got to plan know what to do. I want to believe that my child, both of my kids had no thug life in them. None. These two nicest kids you'll ever meet in your life. No thug life. They ain't never gone through a lot of stuff I went through growing up. But I have to believe they would know if someone was shot in a drive-by, don't take them to the house. There's no need. Oh, what did you do? It's not my fault, mama. It's not my fault, mama. So, Tony, here's the thing. And see, this is where we got cultural differences that come in. Tony said my mom would have been mad that I was bleeding on the couch. Cultural differences, Tony. Cultural differences. Because at this point in time, if we look at that era, this was going into an African-American home. African-Americans at that point in time didn't have time to continuously be buying furniture. If you bought a sofa, that sofa was supposed to last 4 or 5 generations. And that no sofa in the black home back then only went to one house. A sofa was something that went from your grandmama's house. Your grandmama gave it to one. When grandmama passed, that's what people fought over. They want her. I want her good couch. Get her the good couch. That's what they want. So that couch goes to somebody, and then that couch goes to somebody else. So in order to keep the sanctity of a couch, it was 2 things that grandmamas did. First thing that grandmama did was grandma did not allow you to sit in her living room. Won't no living room sitting. Won't no living room. Who sat in their grandmama's living room? You don't sit in the living room furniture. The pastor and the insurance man, the 2 men who ever got to sit on that living room furniture. Granddad ain't even get to sit on the living room furniture. And he lived there. He paid for that living room furniture. And he ain't get to sit on it. Second thing is you put a protected ceiling on that sofa. You immediately put plastic on that. So when you bring that thing in the house, it might be one day. Might be one day where you can sit on that couch in its natural glory. The rest of it has been preserved. A couch was pretty much a time capsule in our homes. You put that plastic on there. Oh, Tony said, okay, let me find out the plastic was cultural. All cultures put that plastic on there. That plastic was a lot. That plastic was a lot. That plastic put you through a lot. So I'm getting ready to go in here. I got to go read to these kids today. Son, first of all, turn your collar down. You're not a pimp. Second of all, if somebody were to get shot in out front in the yard, what would you do?
Probably call the police or investigate.
Call the police or investigate?
Yeah.
You're not no 911, no ambulance?
No.
He hasn't been trained well either.
Huh?
I gotta really work on these kids. He said call 911 or investigate. I didn't even know I had a white kid. I didn't even know. I had no idea.
Is it like a good person or a bad person?
I don't know who the person is. I just said a person. And for some reason I got shot in the front yard.
Oh yeah, I'm calling
The police? We're gonna skip right past the ambulance?
the ambulance, the police, or investigate.
What happens if you catch on fire right now? You don't even know stop, drop, and roll? What are we teaching these children? What are the kids learning? I asked him what happens if he catches on fire right now. He just shrugged his shoulders. Let me ask you this question, son. How many people can prevent forest fires? No one.
It's the bear. What's his name?
Smokey the Bear, but he tells you only you can prevent forest fires. And also, turn your collar down. What is going on with your collar this morning? And I don't even know what I'm doing. These days like this that make me realize that I failed as a father. Huh? For breakfast? A lollipop for breakfast? Yeah, you can have it. And I pay for this. All that money for private school, and they don't teach stop, drop, and roll. I guess in private school they teach you not to put yourself on fire.
We went over conjunction junction.
Oh, okay. They went over conjunction junction, and I guess this makes my money worth it. I guess conjunction junction. What's your function? Now I gotta go read to these kids today. A group of 6th graders. I'll read any book to a group of kids except for Fox and Socks by Dr. Seuss. Fox and Socks is probably the hardest book ever written. I can read an excerpt of Fox and Socks, and I'm telling y'all now, as smart as people think I am, me reading Fox and Socks turns me into a blubbering idiot every time. Fox and Socks. Fox in box, Fox and Socks. Knocks on Fox and Socks in box. Socks on knocks and knocks in box. Fox and Socks on box on knocks. Chicks with bricks come. Chicks with blocks come. Chicks with bricks and blocks and clocks come. Look, sir, Mr. Knox, sir. Let's do tricks with bricks and blocks, sir. Let's do tricks with chicks and clocks, sir. First, I'll make a quick trick brick stack. Then I'll make a quick trick block stack. Come on, man. It's too much. It's too much. First of all, that's a #1 album. That's a #1 album in all these streets. But #2, it's the worst song ever. All right, for the first time ever, man, I've had all kinds of guests on my show before, but never before have we gone messing a dress. The wedding review. You've all seen Say Yes to the Dress. Here it is right now. My own personal messing a dress. My cousin Monica. What's up, Mo?
Hello.
Oh, I didn't know you were gonna put that jacket on. I don't know if I can cut your camera off. The disrespect of my show by wearing a Norcom. You didn't even go to Norcom.
What?
So let's talk it up, Mo. First of all, congratulations on your wedding. I hope your husband knows that he got to play it for life and everybody miss you, in the words of Tupac Shakur.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for hosting. I think
as a vendor,
I've gotten the most texts and comments about you. Kept people
as
entertained.
a vendor.
You was a vendor.
Yeah, I wasn't invited as cousin, friend, none of that stuff. Come on through here, vendor. Hey, bring me.
And everybody followed my rules.
Mostly. So first of all, yes, okay hair. Brittany was like, okay hair. That the hair is hairy
I
today.
can't see the comments. Am I supposed to see them? No.
Oh no, you're not supposed to see them. I can see them. I can put them up there so that you can see them. I can't let you see the comments.
Hey,
so as a bridezilla, as a certified bridezilla, what was your opinion? Let's go back and forth matching the opinions. So the wedding was this is the first thing I got to give you hands up for. What was the start time for the wedding?
Invitation said 4:30. Wedding started at 5. 4:58. My wedding party was walking in.
I noticed that you
we was ahead an hour, at least an hour, the whole entire day. of everything.
Because
Makeup,
as a
everything.
vendor, I remember coming to you and being like, "Hey, we are an hour ahead."
Mhm. We say that you gotta have good coordinators, and you can't be playing with people. I ain't spare nobody feelings. I mean, my food, my money, my liquor. I mean, you just had to show up and eat and drink for free. So the least you could do was come on time. Now there were some people, because black people are black people, who still arrive late and they missed the ceremony because my directions were once the music starts, nobody enters. So it was about 15, 20 people who did not see the ceremony because they were late.
I'm gonna
When
tell
I
you what.
gave you 30 free minutes.
And I'm gonna tell you what, I didn't even know. I was on time, so I didn't even know that there were people who didn't get to go in.
I saw them when I was coming out the dressing room. It was in the hallway. They couldn't come out.
That's crazy. So they missed out.
They missed
So
out.
in their eyes, they don't even know if you married or not. They just had to take everybody's word on it.
Yep.
The lockout is what I think is amazing.
Mhm.
Now, let everybody know. Let's talk about it, because you had two different. It was in the same building, but two different rooms.
Mhm.
You didn't splurge on the wedding room where the where you was getting the
Ceremony space.
actual nuptials, the ceremony space. You was like, y'all sit down, just watch.
Right. That's all you had to
Now
do.
the reception space, good goo. Now, what was your motivation? Because I think you went with a simplicity type thing, right? You didn't want a lot of flowers and things like that.
Yeah, I'm not a flower girl. Never been a flower girl. If you get me flowers, I think you're trying to be funny.
Well, before you do that, before you say that, because those two words just triggered me real quick. Can you talk about your flower girl? Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell
I
y'all
didn't have
something.
a flower girl. I had a flower arena.
A flower arena.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all done had your little retarded special cousins come down there. They can't throw the flowers right. You done had all that kind of stuff. You done had the little boys come down with the rings, and they
crying
can't hold the
and
rings.
nose snotty
Crying.
And don't know what to do. I hate it.
You done wasted money renting dresses and tuxedos for children. You had a flower arena. This was a whole ballerina.
Mm-hmm.
A whole ballerina, a real ballerina. She came there toe shoes and tutus.
Mm-hmm.
And she was flowering and did it. She ain't do no split. That's what really held me up. And you didn't do the toilet tissue thing. You didn't do the roll of toilet tissue that people do at weddings. No. You know that big roll of toilet tissue, that roll. The flower arena. Where did you get the idea for the flower arena?
TikTok will show you everything. So I was researching black weddings and just looking at stuff, and I seen all these videos of a flower arena. And my girlfriend Nita, her daughter's been dancing. Her name is Kayla. That's her name. Kayla does hip hop, ballet. She does praise dancing. She does all types of dancing. And I just reached out to her and gave her the song. And I was like, "Can you do this? I don't care what you do. Can you do it?" And she said, "Yeah." And then we had the flower arena.
Which song did you come down after?
So I did an unplugged ceremony, no cell phones. I think it's extremely tacky to have phones out during the ceremony and taking pictures. So I did not get to see her. I won't see it until I get my video back. But I saw her at rehearsal. I know she did a good job, but exactly what she did is just going by what y'all told me, because I didn't see it.
And when you say unplugged, let me tell you something. Big shout outs to VA Mo.
And today's her birthday.
Big shout out, Merry birthday to her. She had Mochella 2 weeks ago, but her birthday's actually today. Let me tell you something. She took ushering to the next level. It was an old lady 3 rows ahead of me that took her camera out when you was getting ready to come down the aisle. Mo came from the back of the building, flipped over 2 rows, slid under a row, came up and was like, "Ma'am, you got to cut your camera off, cuz."
I've heard from several people Mo was not playing with y'all.
Listen,
you gotta follow directions.
The unplugged was unplugged. I think that is tacky. Like, let's talk wedding etiquette, because this is from a bride. Like, I think that y'all pay all this money to have a wedding photographer.
Let me tell you something.
It's a videographer.
These photography and videographer packages, they ain't for the weak. I don't want your iPhone. I love me an iPhone. Your iPhone ain't got nothing on what Sean got. I guarantee you, I don't want it. Don't do it.
And I don't know what makes people. And here's the thing about that. Are you really going to go back and watch this video that you just did? All you doing is being nosy. All they want to do is spread. All they want to do is spread everything.
Yeah, and post on social media. Say you there. No, I want the real stuff to keep. Not
for me. I always wonder why people do it when I'm performing. People will pull out their camera. Like, well, are you really gonna go back and watch this again? Why do you have it in your phone? I don't understand the need for people to bootleg. Now, pictures sometimes I can get because you looked amazing. You had a 16-foot, 37-foot train that weighed what 527 pounds.
That dress
Because
was so heavy. God.
you told me that the dress was gonna weigh like 30 pounds or something stupid.
My dress is like 12 pounds.
Gosh,
Like wedding
that's
gowns
a whole
are
baby.
heavy. Yeah, wedding gowns are extremely heavy. And then I had my train extension, which added extra weight to my dress. Yeah, the dress was heavy. That's why I
Listen, women
changed.
gonna get extensions. Y'all gonna get it in your hair and on your dress. That's what I'm talking about. So that train extension, it was beautiful. Her gown was amazing. I do have a picture of you at the wedding, but I ain't gonna make everybody see it because you ain't released your official pictures yet. I don't feel like that. But I
You
felt so
can
great seeing you
if
come
you
down
want
the
to.
aisle. I thought it was amazing, man. You just look really, really extravagant. And of course, the men just look like they didn't want to be there. That was one of my favorite parts about it.
That's what they
As
always look like.
all weddings go, dog. Guys is like, I'm not saying your husband definitely looked like he kind of wanted to be there, but the rest of the guys in the wedding, they definitely was on there, man. Why are we here? Why are we having to do
They
this?
enjoyed that bar though. Once they got to that bar, they were good.
Once they got some infused lemonade in their system, everything was
Lemonade was
all right
everything.
at that point.
My
So
aunt Avis is in her 60s. She told me she had 4 cups of lemonade.
so let me ask you this, because there was a lot of amazing stuff. Like I love talking about weddings, right? So let's talk about this. You had something called a rose ceremony. Let people know what that is. And that's not for the single ladies. This was a whole different kind of rose.
So that was my husband's idea. He was reading a book called Conversations with God, and he came across a rose ceremony, and he wanted to implement that somehow, some way, but it's very long. Once I actually read it, and I said, we're not, staying up here doing all this. Nobody has time for all this. So we got with Janine Smith, who did our wedding prayer. Nobody's doing all that. Like, no. We got with Janine Smith, who did our wedding prayer, and she basically chopped it up and made it more fitting. So the rose ceremony is basically what's a better way to say it? It's like the sand ceremony, the court time. It's something that signifies unity. And basically what it is, we gave each other roses, and whenever there's a issue or a hard spot in our marriage, we'll just never forget, to go back to those roses and do an exchange, and it's an exchange of love. So that was his idea.
That was dope. I did not know that. Way to go, Mr. Crew. Big Will. Big Willie style. They had no idea.
That was his
now,
idea. So when he
I ain't
first
gonna
went
lie
to me,
to
I
you.
said, oh, But
If that was the shortened version, I don't want to see the long version.
Yeah, it was very long.
She prayed for like an hour and a half. And I could see that y'all was tired of standing there. Can we talk about that? Can we talk about the woman who went to steal the show? So here again, look, that's your 6-year long train on your dress. that listen, if I get caught by that train in the car, I'm cussing the whole time. That's you and the mister as y'all came in. This is I think the best picture of the night. It's me and you.
I don't even have that picture. Make sure you send that to me.
You did that change up to the black. Let me ask you this now. Let's talk about your mama. For a minute. Can we talk about your mama for a minute? Listen here, mamas. It's some mamas out there that got daughters that are gonna get married. The one thing I told your mama the whole time, this is not your wedding. You can ask your mama. I started every sentence with, "This is not your wedding."
She don't care.
She came out with, I don't even know what animal she got them feathers from. She came out with full feathered dress on and walked through, and you cut her eyes. You cut your eyes at that lady because she tried to catch the Holy Spirit doing.
Like, hush. Shut up. She talked the whole time during the ceremony. Doing rehearsal. I said, be quiet. This kept saying, is this the song I walked to? If you had shut up, you would have known. She would not shut up, man. Me and my mama argued for a year over that color. She didn't want to wear that color. She didn't want to match my mother-in-law. Why did she have to wear that color? Just went on and went on. Then she said she was wearing red. I said, red aren't even my wedding colors. She just went back and forth. She would not let me see the dress. So I did a dress reveal. So my mama hated that part. So I kind of took that moment from her. I didn't go dress shopping with anybody. I picked my entire dress out by myself. I
So
went
I
to
thought that
Davis
was part
Bridal.
of. I've never been a woman. I thought that was
Right.
part of the allure. Was that
I didn't want to do
you
that.
get with your crew and all of y'all go.
So my thing is this: I don't need nobody to give me any insight who not spending no money. So that's been my whole thing. So that's why a lot of brides are like, oh, I had all this stress. I had little teeny stress here and there, but I did not have stress from the people because you're not gonna tell me what to do with me and my husband's money unless you paying for it. You don't have no say so. You ain't gotta come. Period. And I just
You
shut
should
it
have
down. I
just
was not
charged.
go right. I was not having that. So I did go to Davis Bridal with my coordinators and try on different styles of dresses, and then from there I went custom. So I did send my mama like the pictures I tried on of dresses, but with her actually there with me, no. So she got petty. So I was like, we're doing a dress reveal. You're not gonna see my dress until the day of, until I'm in the dress. I found that dress reveal thing on TikTok too. So she told me she got a dress made. And I said, well, let me see your dress. She gets petty and said, I can't see yours, so you can't see mine. Okay. It just better be that same color, or you ain't gonna be able
But
to
it
get
ain't
it.
her day. That's what's hilarious to me. It ain't her day.
She
So
don't
you
care.
did that's a whole new level. I've never heard of that. Listen, fellas, this is what all the women be doing. Now, your husband ain't had no tux reveal. He was wearing the tux. They just
I
did
picked this
whatever they
tux.
do.
Mm-hmm.
You picked his tux.
Mm-hmm.
And he had blue, correct?
Mm-hmm. He had navy blue.
With the black lapel.
Right. And he
And
had
I
a
couldn't
embroidery
tell.
jacket. His jacket had embroidery in it. It was blue and black, but the guys wore straight navy blue. I wanted him to stand out. So yeah, that's how
The
that
guys
went.
wear blue and black. And then you had some guys in burgundy too, right?
Those are my ushers. The ushers had on burgundy jackets.
Burgundy and the ladies had on gold.
Mm-hmm. Burgundy. Two of my bridesmaids had on burgundy. My maid of honor had on gold. So our colors was navy
Man, it
blue,
was so
burgundy,
many
and gold.
colors. It was a Crayola wedding. I had no
It was
idea what was
not. It
jumping
was
on.
all navy blue, burgundy, and gold in the same family. That's how we did it.
That's a big family. Now, here's what I want to tell everybody. If y'all are watching and you thinking about getting married, first of all, mamas, it's not your day. If you got kids getting married, it's not your day. Here was what I thought was the best part. When we got to the wedding, there was a seating chart, and you had that outside, and you did not have table numbers.
No.
How did you differentiate the tables so that everybody know what table they were sitting at?
The tables were done by me and him our favorite songs. So we both love music. Anybody know me? I go to 700 concerts a year.
At
So
least.
all our tables were different songs. So what we did was when everybody was getting their food, we had those songs playing to let them know that was their time to go get their food. So and
for example,
easy
just give them
playlist.
so give them an example. Instead of table 6, 7, and 8, you had tables with names of songs.
Right.
So you had
So like table 6 was like Tevin Campbell, Can We Talk? Table 12 was like Bobby Brown, Ronnie. So it was a different mixture of different songs that we like. And it
there was
also
a song
became
F and F.
so
that was actually one of the songs.
They're my turn up friends.
And
they
listen,
like that song.
here's what's funny. You had the people sitting at the table, and the song kind of applied to the people sitting at the table. Because I had no idea what F and F is. No idea. But the girls at the table, they were like, "Oh, you gonna know when it play though.
Right.
You gonna know when it play." I was like, "What y'all mean?" They're like, "We over
They
here.
knew.
We're here."
Right.
And I was
They
like,
knew. So like my mama
so,
table, my mama is a huge Earth, Wind and Fire fan. So her table was Let's Groove, Earth, Wind and Fire. That's actually her favorite Earth, Wind and Fire song. So that table was my mama table, which you had to sit at.
The DJ knew it. Yeah, I was at that table. Let's Groove.
Mm-hmm.
My table was Let's Groove, I think.
Yeah, that was
Let's groove tonight. And so when it was time for your table to go up, your song would play. And you knew that's what I would call the tables by song. Now, here was something we didn't think of that was gonna happen though. You had all the lushes at your wedding. All the alcoholics were there. We did not plan for them to not be at their table. Once the bar opened, that's where the line was. The buffet line was short. No, you can just you fine because you're already late. The buffet line was short. The liquor line, that thing was almost as long as your train.
The whole night.
The
it was
Jello
Jello
shots.
Line. It was Jello shots, infused lemonade, I had wine, and then I had our signature drinks.
Hey, what was amazing to me, I'm perfect. I have a perfect record as far as weddings that I've been the host of the reception. Everybody's still together. I've done a lot of wedding receptions. Never have I had to make an announcement. Just making an announcement, we are out of tequila.
Yeah.
Yo,
And I was
your
shocked
wedding.
because we spent some money on that liquor. They drank it all. I think we walked away with 1 bottle of Tito's and 2 bottles of wine. And I think I had like 20 some bottles of wine. Cooper's hot wine. Not no cheap wine. Cooper's hot wine. They drunk it.
Crazy. What I love talking to you. What's your favorite moment from the wedding?
My daddy shot me. My daddy was not playing on that dance floor.
When
I
your
was
daddy
like,
took his jacket
okay.
off, when your daddy took his
knew-
jacket off, I knew he was about business.
My daddy from Jeffrey Wilson, the OG Jeffrey Wilson, 6 Wilson
Listen,
Parkway. That you don't play with my dad.
I've seen numerous father-daughter first dances, and that daddy usually handles it with class and decorum. Your daddy's like, I'm throwing all that to the wind.
My daddy from downtown. He ain't scared.
He was like, drop the beat. This jacket is coming off.
And
he didn't have
wanted
no
to do a
steps.
Michael Jackson song. He's a huge Michael Jackson fan. He wanted to do a Michael Jackson song, but he was like, you pick the song. So I like that Boyz II Men song, so we picked
Because
that.
he realized it was your wedding. Now, your mama probably would have had her own song.
She tried to get her own dance, and I told her no. She sometimes you gonna dance with your mom.
Oh, we lost Mo. I don't know what they brought it back. Now you done muted. I know it ain't nobody important, but you done went mute. Now we can't hear you because of whatever happened. Because somebody called you. We in here, we doing mess in the dress. One of the classiest, right, her mama probably called. Your mama called. Just go out and come back in. I can't hear you. Log out and come back in. I'm about to text her to log out and come back in. But yeah, so I think that we can learn a lot from her wedding. A, the wedding ain't about you. 2, if you ain't paying for the wedding, you don't get no say so. You don't get no say so. I would like to think that when I get married. So here's what I really thought was interesting. And ladies, we learning something about men every day on this show. It's crazy, right? I've always been under the impression that the man don't have nothing to do with it. To hear that your husband took so many steps, and for something as vital as I want this particular prayer, I want this ceremony, is amazing to hear, because we hear so much about men not even being involved. Like, I've always been like, just tell me what suit to wear and what time to be there. You still mute. We still can't hear you. I don't know what your phone did. I don't know who her service is through. If it's through Sprint. Oh Lord, I don't know where you went. I don't know why you ain't micing. Your mic ain't micing no more. You can hear me, but you gonna keep talking. So you got a lot of your mama in you. We done told you muted, and you gonna keep on talking anyway. Look at her. She just going off, just a talking. But we can't hear a word she's saying. We can't hear you. You got the mute button pushed. Unmute. Is she connected to the car? You is mute. There you go.
Okay. But yeah, he was very involved. He wanted to see the invoices. He kept my husband is older. He old school. He don't play them games. He at the house right now with his composition book. He is paying out them bills and getting confirmation that he don't play when it comes to them numbers. So he had a whole wedding book. He kept the receipt, invoices, everything. He won't play.
So that's one part. I'm down with that. The whole keeping the financials, I think every man would be like, I want to be part of that. But for him to be making selections like, I want this as a way as that, because something that I didn't know until after, before y'all left, because I'll make sure I let everybody know this was a three prayer ceremony. It was 3 prayers in that ceremony. It's very similar to a funeral, but 3 prayers in there. The last prayer, the pastor was like, nah, the husband asked me to say this last prayer. He's like, I didn't have that planned. He asked me to say it. So it tells me 2 things. He know what he got. when you know you marrying a pistol, you be like, look, throw some extra prey on this thing, because you know what I'm about to deal with, Lord. We need as much
Right.
prayer on this service as possible. But just to hear him take all of those steps, man, the rose ceremony, things like that. Now, when you were planning it, because you are a headstrong, take charge type person, what was his contribution outside of financially? What was his contribution to the wedding?
Oh, he was involved. He picked the colors. Those are not my color choices. He picked those colors. I picked the dress code for the guests, but he picked the colors. Most of the songs he picked, with the exception of the song I walked into, and then I had to have a Babyface song because I'm a Babyface fan. But he picked most of the songs. He was very involved. It was a lot of nights about to square up, because wedding planning ain't for the weak.
That's amazing. And let me tell you this. So she had a dress code for the guests. The guests had to either be in all black, black and champagne. 99.9% of the people understood that. Can we talk about your God baby's mama? Your God, out of all the colors in the world to pick, she picked mermaid. She had on every single color. She came in that thing dressed like Ariel. I was surprised you let her in. I think we got to learn that our kids sometimes bring favor on us. Because I think if that girl, the God baby's mama,
I think she tried to slide in, because the back of the main color of the dress was black, and it had those other colors added in. But she had sent me a dress a week before that was gold. So maybe she had a wardrobe malfunction. I don't know. But everybody followed the rule. I just don't. And some people ask me, question me about that. But when you look at pictures, and being that I've done photo shoots and done stuff in the hair industry, I look at stuff a whole lot different. So when you look at these pictures and you got everybody sitting at a table, and this person got on black, this person got on hot pink, this person got on stripes, this person got on leopard, it just looks a mess. And I'll never forget when Kim Kardashian got married to one of them husbands years ago that was on TV. And she had her wedding, and we looked at the picture, she had them in all black. And I think she was in all white. And from the background of it, it just looked clean. And I said, if I ever got married, I was going to do something with a dress code. It just looks better for the pictures. And that was my rule.
I would have never thought of that. And I think a lot of people that are watching and listening like that, they were like, yo, I would have never thought about you having everybody uniform made the pictures look better. And it was still, and for me, this was what my thought was. I thought that by you putting people in that certain color, it also helped with the class of what people wore.
Right.
Guys always look classy in black. Like, I don't know how we managed to do it. We can look a mess in anything else, but that you put, I don't care how ugly you put the Notorious B.I.G. in a black suit. You be like, all right, that dude look kind of sharp. And we always look sharp.
I didn't ladies. I'm a person. If you invite me something, I'm going to buy something. You invite me to an all black party, I got 500 black dresses. I'm going to buy another black dress. But everybody don't have that luxury. But everybody has something in their closet black. So I didn't want nobody to go out spending money when you got something in the closet. Everybody got something black. You should. If you were raised right, you got something black, navy blue, and brown in your closet. You should.
Now that champagne was hard. But then somebody told me that's just faded gold, and I got a bunch of cheap gold, so I just put that on.
Yeah, that's all you had to do.
I just had the lapel pin with the champagne, but I was in black on. I was in black on black. I was in black on black. I was like, yeah, I'm finna be sharp. I'm finna kill him. Man. But really, I'm so happy. I've known you for quite a while now. Never biblically, but I've known you for quite a while, and so I'm so excited to see your happiness and how Will makes you happy and the way that Will treats you. Just from asking, because I know you are definitely an Eminem. You hard on the outside, but just soft on the inside. You get this hard exterior, like, oh, I'm a killer. But I've seen you give anything to the community. You'll help anybody. You'll almost get a shirt off your back, depending on how much you paid for it. Because you'd be like, no, I paid too much for this shirt. I'll just go get you another one. But what was, and I guess the new thing now that women are saying is soft girl era. What about him made you get into your soft girl era? and be like, yeah, I submit, I'm about to become a wife. Then they didn't go over this in marriage counseling. What?
You know,
I know you over there with Dr. Mom. I know he asked these tough questions. I ain't never seen you speechless before. This is a new one.
Because I never stopped being me. And I think that's what it was. When you tend to date people, and even if you really like them or you try to overly oppress them, sometimes you'll try to change who you are. If they don't like this or they don't like that, you know, and you'll try to change yourself and you'll get lost. And I think with my last relationship, that's what something that kind of like happened. So I knew anybody I got serious with moving forward, like if you couldn't accept me for who I am, it just wouldn't work. And with him, I never had to switch up, you know. I never had to stop traveling. I never had to dress a certain way or act a certain way. I could just be me. And I think that's what it, you know, was. And it just
But
worked
you
out.
being such a big, you have this fallacy in your mind that Mary J. Blige is your aunt. But to quote the great Negro poet Mary J. Blige, just take me as I am, or
Right.
have nothing at all.
Right. So I think that's basically, you know what it was. And then it just worked. And then he was older, so it wasn't a whole lot of drama, like mess that you would sometimes run into with younger guys or even younger women, because it don't matter if you ain't right, you ain't
I'm
right.
telling you, older is the way to go. If you out there listening, you still single. I know some of y'all still out there, man. If y'all single still, go drive by some of them nursing homes, man. Go to a couple of bingo games. Find you something old, man, because the old people ain't got time for all that foolishness.
Military man. My husband
Get you an old retired, not me personally, but you know, but Larry was there, and his fiance, his name just won't come to my mind just because he's a friend of the program. He's on here all the time. You know, does hair as well, freckled up. LaTroy and Larry were there, so they could both go get an older man. But I'm just, Ron said, get you a '63 Impala, huh? Get you a classic.
Well, my
you don't want.
He'll be 54 in May.
Well, so you keep acting like the man is 90.
No, he's not old, but I'm 39. So you know,
that's 15 years.
Yeah.
That's Robert Kelly kind. Lucky he caught you grown.
Hold on, I'm legal.
He lucky he caught you grown. He was 15 when you was a toddler. You know, he was driving when he was a driver. He could have drove you to daycare. You realize that, don't you?
Let me tell you about your friend. My mama told me when I first met him, my mama told me something. Well, he ain't too much younger than me. I said, here she
wait,
goes.
Wait a minute now. let me find out your mama was trying to take Will. Your mom, was she putting on White Diamond when he came around? Because if she was putting on White Diamond when he came around,
she told me, do he have any uncles? I said, Mom, his uncles are old or either dead. You don't want them.
You don't want the uncles. He might have had a brother. Right. That would be crazy. Now, and then I found out that his dad watches the show. Yeah. His dad was like, I watch your show all the time. But his dad was like, yo, I watch you all the time. I was like, hey, really? He was like, yo, I watch you all the time. That thing was really weird. I was like, that's crazy. But also,
he made his way of coming up there to the table and telling us that too. Tom said, I done told him. I said, okay, well, you ain't had to share that with us, but okay. He was excited.
He was, man. And that's always weird when I meet people and they're excited to see me. I don't understand it. I know me my whole life. I don't be excited about seeing me. But man, congratulations on your nuptials, man, and the way that you did it. I think some people took away some stuff. They were like, listen, if you ain't paying for it, you don't have, if you don't pay, you have no say.
Right.
And tell your mama to sit down.
Right. I told her.
The pastor said something. Oh, I remember. I know exactly what it was.
Business.
The pastor said about your business. Don't put your business on Facebook. And your mama told me something. Amen. And the way you cut your eyes at your mom, I thought you was gonna have her escorted out of the service. I really thought.
She the main one asking questions. I don't know nothing. What do you need to know? You paying for it? You don't need to know nothing. My daddy said, "What you want me to wear? What time I got to show up?"
That's what daddies do. Daddies is different. I can't imagine my daughter getting married, and I know she'll probably get married before me. So I'll probably learn a lot from her wedding. But I can't imagine giving over my daughter to somebody else and be like, that's your responsibility now. I ain't got nothing to do with all of that. So it's a hard day. There's so much to it. You're so proud of them. Like you're proud of your daughter. Your daughter's probably gonna look the most beautiful they've ever looked before in their life. Like you just came down. I ain't even know who you was. I was like, she done went and got a stunt double. She done went. Then you came back in the black dress. I was like, there go Mo. That's the Mo I know. Thighs out, dancing.
I ran turned up in that lemonade had kicked in. It was ball game.
My favorite comment of the night, because I'm a protector by nature, and something seemed like something had got on your nerves, and you looked like you was agitated. So I was like, yo, who done got on more nerves? I'm ready to go fight. And I brought you over. I say, yo, you all right? Somebody got, she say, no, I'm just drunk. I was like, oh, well, there it is.
And we started drinking. The girls started drinking about 1 o'clock. By the time my makeup was about done, it was up then.
So you don't even remember the wedding. You was like, I was a little tipsy going down the aisle.
I remember, because I think like the day does go by so fast. Everybody kept saying the day goes by fast. It started off slow. Then next thing we know, it was like 2 o'clock. Then it was like, okay, it's time to get dressed. And then I put on that hot daggone dress, and whoo, it just went quick.
Sam said that's what you told her too.
Don't even remember telling her that.
You were solid in your story. The drink, you was drunk. Man, that's everybody. This is my cousin Mo. I'm about to go read to these 6th graders. I'm nervous. I don't want them to boo me. But man, this is my cousin Mo. Man, thank you so much, Mo, for coming out. Man, thank you for letting me be a part of your wedding. One of the things that whenever I'm doing weddings is one of the things I take very, very serious. I know I'm a comedian by heart, but I take it very seriously because that's a very, very special day for most people. It's a day that lives forever in their memory banks, and so I always want to make sure that I put my best foot forward. And so it was an honor and a privilege, man. Like, even if you hadn't asked me to do it, like I would have been like, yo, can I do this for you? A, because I didn't want to have to buy a gift, but B, because I really wanted to make that thing special, because I don't think nobody does that better than I do. Right. So there's that. So I think you deserve the best, and I was happy to be able to provide that for you. So congratulations, man. You did what? Y'all still in Costa Rica? Y'all done made it back?
We're back, and we're gonna head back out Monday. We're going somewhere else for a couple of days. Gonna go to Miami just for a couple of days.
Who does that? Who takes multiple honeymoons?
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Hey,
so y'all need some time away after your time away?
Right. Costa Rica was hot. I didn't even post all my pictures. It's hot. Just ridiculously hot.
But you stayed off the ATV. Look, me and my cousin Monica at her wedding, man. She was amazing at her wedding.
Was that before or after I said I was drunk?
This was after you said this was after you said you was drunk. But this was previous. Look at that train. Listen here. That right there, that's a train.
People have already asked me, am I selling that dress? I said, I can't tell nobody but God how much I paid for that dress. I'm not selling it. I'm actually going to get it preserved and hang it up in my dressing room. Frame it and put it in my dressing room.
Frame it and put it in y'all be doing the most. My grandmama ain't never had none of that. My grandma, I know she ain't even know how to frame and preserve a dress. I don't even know. I don't even know how they do it. Lasha Unda said it's beautiful. Pastor Shy from dopemarriage.com. That's the kind of stuff you want to see right there, Pastor Shy. You want to see them wedding pictures. Look at this train, Pastor Shy. This right here. And then I was hot. I was mad. I'm like, where are her train people? You supposed to have like 3 women that just followed you the whole time carrying that train. But that thing was nice. That thing was nice. It looked.
I'm gonna have to send you the video of them trying to load it in the truck after it got pressed. It was. My girlfriend Herb covered her whole truck. Like
Herb Greg in the building.
Covered her whole truck. Like she had to lay her seats down to get the dress. It was a lot. That dress was a lot of work behind the scenes. Especially with my designer.
Because you can't just put that in a bag, huh?
No, I got my dress and it was air sealed. So I could transport it to where I needed to get it. But I had to take it out and get it pressed like 2 weeks for the wedding. So we were trying to find
somebody. Who ironed that? How do you iron?
We had to take it to a cleaners.
I ain't taking that to Albano.
No, we took it to the what is that? Portsmouth Cleaners across the street from Maryview.
I'm tired of you. I hate it here.
Yeah, across from them.
So you take it to the cleaners.
Yeah, and
that's a lot.
We took her the dress. She quoted us one price. It was like, oh no, when you really open this dress, she was like, oh yeah, wrong price. Yeah.
Yeah, when you really, but that's a lot of trust, because the way that I feel like if I drop that off, and something happens, it's nothing to do. I
Right.
sorry ain't gonna work. A refund ain't gonna make it.
Just a little fire.
You gonna burn the whole building down.
Just a little fire right there on the little corner. It's gonna be all right. Just a little fire. That's all.
It's gonna be all right. All right, I'm out of here, man. Thank you so much for coming out. I gotta go read
You're
Fox
welcome.
and Socks to these kids.
All right. Well, I'm
And
gonna.
here's a new trick, Mr. Knox. Socks on chicks and chicks on Fox. Fox on clocks on bricks and blocks. Bricks and blocks on Knox on box. Huh? That book is difficult to read.
Bad Boy Records, here you come.
Huh? I'm pretty much amigos now. I'm pretty much one of the amigos. That's Monica Holloman, man. Straight up with her wedding reveal. I told you y'all will get all kinds of stuff on my show. 15 to 20 people ain't get to see it because y'all was late and y'all thought she was playing. 15, 20 people was waiting on the video.
Won't play with them people.
You listen. I was not playing getting there. I had to pick my son up. I told him to tuck and roll out the car. I ain't got time. I cannot be late because you had it. This is the last thing I'm gonna say, and I thought it was genius on your part, even if you didn't do it on purpose. If you tired of people coming to your wedding and you don't want a whole lot of people there, have it on a Thursday somewhere far away, because you cut down that list.
So the venue, Smithfield Center, we would have been dumb if we didn't book that venue. Like the price, I couldn't get that nowhere.
You told me, and I was like, no.
Nobody could have gave me a better offer.
And it was for like 2 days or something, right?
Yeah, we got a 2-day package. They have a half off on weddings Monday through Thursday if you book January and February. So 2 days, Wednesday, Thursday is $1,800. We had our venue for 2 days for $800. I can't go nowhere that's gonna give me that. I paid $800 to have that venue for 2 days.
We should have had a party. We should have had a comedy show beforehand. We should have had one of them days. Forget the rehearsal.
And one thing I want a venue that I could bring my own vendors and do my own everything. So I could bring my own caterer. I could decorate how I want it. Like $800. People spending $6,000-$7,000 just for a venue. You ain't even talked about no other stuff. Hey, who not paying that? Me. So, and Thursday it was just work. And originally we were supposed to get married in January 25th, but my maid of honor got pregnant and had a baby. And the baby was due the first week of January. So we had to push it back.
Selfish. So we had to push it back.
So I was like, well, how far can I said we didn't have a problem with paying the regular price, but I said, well, how far can I go in January? And she told me the 29th and the 22nd. But she was like, if I did the 29th, it would have been a leap year. And I was like, oh no, we're not doing that. So that's how we ended up with the 22nd. But yeah.
Listen, let me tell you right now. Anybody, if I do happen to get married, anybody, you better not have sex within that 9-month period before my wedding, because there ain't gonna be no pregnancy. Y'all get pregnant, you can get pregnant. No, not if you in my wedding. If you just coming to watch it, I don't care. But if you plan on being in my wedding, then just know if there's a cutoff, you are not allowed to. I'm gonna show the people real quick.
And that's been my best friend since middle school. We was at Waters together, so
well, then she know better. She should have held her urges in. But that's a picture of the reception. And I love the globo that's on the wall. I love the writing on the wall, man. That jank is so dope. So yeah, I really enjoyed it, man. It was a good time, man. It was a good wedding by everybody. And like I said, it was a simplistic elegance in how you had the room decorated. And
because people be liking that overly decorated stuff, and I can't stand it. But that's the look now. So a lot of people are gravitating to that look, and the decorators got to get the people what they wanted. I never wanted that. Never wanted
every look ain't necessary though. You ain't got to do everything that you see.
I have went to a wedding where I had to rearrange the centerpieces and all that stuff just so
now this the only thing y'all wasted money on. I don't know why the bride and groom spend all that money on them chairs, knowing goodness well y'all ain't gonna never sit down. Y'all ain't finna sit down. Y'all gonna be up the whole time. And that was another touch that I like. If you look over to the side, y'all see y'all had took some pictures beforehand, and y'all had like 75 foot tall pictures of yourself up there. I thought that was dope too.
And they're going. A lot of people don't like you getting them because where you gonna put them afterwards. But we took them home. We got ours.
What is you doing with those? What is you fitting to do with an
So
8 foot
I have
tall
a
picture of
room.
yourself.
I'm young, but I'm old. So I have a old school, what you call sitting room, the room nobody can go in, that people used to have their aunts and grandma houses. So we took 2 of those and put them in the corner of that room.
Gotcha. And this was how people walked in. There's a seating chart. You can't read it from here, but the seating chart and everybody's name was a song, and there's a picture of y'all coming in. It was just well done, man. I appreciate you.
No problem. No
I
problem.
don't
I
care what
appreciate y'all.
nobody say about my
Up here
cousin.
that's watching, because I can't see who watching, who attended. We're still working on our personal thank yous, but thank y'all so much for the gifts. We loved.
That's in her home now. Yeah, the Griff. They
Yes.
put up. They got 18-foot pictures of themselves in the house. I'm gonna tell you right now. The first time I come downstairs or whatever, going to get something out the kitchen, and it's late night, and that picture of me scared me, it's a wrap. And I'm sure y'all got plenty of guns in the house. Y'all gonna be done shot up y'all living room because y'all done seen a picture of yourself in the house. But I'm happy for y'all, man. Y'all wedding is great. Like my man Griff, he just got married, and all he do is show his wife off. But he ain't got no 8-foot tall picture of her in the house. Until you get an 8-foot tall picture of your wife in the house, Griff, you ain't really married for real.
It's cold, so it was like, I mean, I don't mind telling it. For them 4 or 5 pictures, it was like an extra $800.
Well, never mind. You don't need no 8-foot tall picture of yourself. Matter of fact, for $800, I just see you every day. When I just wake up in the morning and open my eyes, I can tell. I can get an 8-foot tall you. I have you stand in the corner of 800.
I was gonna toss him. He said he wanted them. Okay, all right, sir.
You was gonna throw them away.
Mm-hmm.
You could have signed them Jenks and sold them. I'd have bought one. I would have bought them. I would have had them sitting there. Would have been a security system. I'd have put them right there. So if you open my door, that's the first thing you see. So if anybody break in, they're gonna think people is here, because ain't no way you're gonna have just an 8-foot tall picture of nobody in there. That's crazy.
So I said, all right.
I'm about to go read Fox and Socks to these kids. That's my cousin Mo, who had the wedding of the year. I mean, it's just February, but it's still it's been the wedding of the year so far. Look to me and say what you said on the venue went to the photos. That part, because you clearly ain't just run down the Office Max to get them done. So them things.
My decorator did all that. I've had people ask me so much who did the gobo, the up, like she did all that. She gave me a.
Can you shout her name out so that if there's somebody out here that might want to hire her?
In Norfolk, Virginia, Lakita Allen. If you're my Facebook friend, I tagged her in the post yesterday, but she did my decoration. She did everything. So I've had a lot of people reach out to me about the big tall candles. She did all that. I told her what I wanted. She did us a package. We did a price and we paid her.
Now remember, tell them if they want to know who the host was. Tell them that they got to play
name was Cletus Cassidy. He's seen on BET.
Some they got to pay BET Plus prices. They got to pay those prices now.
Yeah, you have to pay the BET Plus prices. He's an amazing host. His only flaw is he went to Woodrow Wilson High School, but you can't judge people for where they grew up at.
So there we go. It was great. She was on the show. I don't know what happened. I think she must have drove in a tunnel or something, because she ain't up here no more. There will be
That's his only little flaw,
There will be no Wilson slander on my show, not on mine.
Where there's no more Wilson, so you can't slander.
And there we go. And see, and this is why our friendship is where it is, because she always gonna take it too far. There's a level, and then there's a line, then you gonna cross it. That's why your husband had all them prayers. I see nothing. All right, Mo, I'm out. Thank you so much for coming on. Have a great day.
All right. See y'all. Have a good day.
Bienvenidos a Miami. That was Mo right there with the wedding recap. Anything can happen on this show. Griff, if you would have had a wedding, I'd have had you come on and we would have recapped yours. But you did what sinners do, and you just ran down to the justice of the peace. That's how people with inflamed loins get married. When you ready to sin, when you ready to just get it in, you run out to the justice of the peace, so you ain't got to sin. You can be ready. You can just go ahead and do it legally. You go down there and get you that sex license. That's what it is. All right, let me see. What we getting ready to do now? Word of the day. Then we getting out of here so we can enjoy the weekend. Word of the day today is inveterate. Inveterate. Inveterate is a formal word used to describe someone who is always or often doing something specified. For instance, a person can be an inveterate liar or inveterate prankster. Inveterate also means firmly established by long persistence, as in an inveterate tendency to overlook the obvious. She is an inveterate traveler who constantly searches for flight deals to her next destination. Carla's inveterate optimism keeps her going during challenging times. The fact that they said inveterate liar, now is at least 3 people in here that's going to be using that term about somebody at their job, their husband, one of their kids. Just an inveterate liar. Just be lying, inveterate with their lies. An inveterate liar. That's crazy. I heard of beautiful liars, but inveterate, that's different. I'm going to read to these kids. Remember, y'all, buy these tickets. I'm at the DC Comedy Loss on Sunday. Buy these tickets. Y'all buy enough tickets, I'll even cuss on stage. I don't normally do it, but in the spirit of Griff, I'll cuss. I will cuss. So y'all buy tickets for the show on Sunday. Other than that, man, hope y'all all have a fantastic weekend. It's Friday. Enjoy your weekend, man. Big shout outs to all the kids that are participating in the Virginia High School League state basketball playoffs this weekend, both boys and girls. A lot of teams from this area that are participating in it, and I'm sure all over the country they have state championships. But shout outs to all those kids that are participating in those. They had state track and field, so shout outs to those kids, wrestling, all kinds of stuff. Man, shout out to the kids that are doing just amazing positive things and making an influence on this world. I appreciate all of y'all. Big shout outs to the CIAA. MEAC tournament is coming up. It's going to be not quite as good as CIAA, but we're going to try really hard. So go out there and enjoy all of that. Oh, other than that, man, have a fantastic weekend, man. Listen, if anybody can have a great weekend, why not you? That's going to be my thing. Why not me? So why not me? Man, go out there and enjoy yourself, man. Make somebody feel good today, even if that somebody just has to be you. I had a great time with y'all, man. I hope y'all did the same with me. I'm out. Till next time. Peace.
Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Cletus Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Yeah, coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Funny Man, coming to you and making you laugh again.